Greetings and welcome. My name is Esailama Artry-Diouf. I am the Associate Director of the San Francisco Foundation Bay Area Creative Corps. And it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the interviews that we're doing to highlight our Creative Corps grantees and to hear and see how Bay Area artists and cultural strategists, what we are calling creative change makers, are activating their communities around civic engagement, public health, environmental sustainability, and housing worker and immigrant rights. The San Francisco Foundation Bay Area Creative Corps is a regional program of the California Arts Council's statewide initiative called the California Creative Corps. It was launched by a one-time investment from the State of California General Fund. And the goal of the Creative Corps is to lift artists and cultural practitioners as a workforce that is essential to advancing equity and well-being across the state of California. The program seeks to serve as a job creation and infrastructure development opportunity to increase and sustain the ways creative problem solvers are engaged in public life. Today, we are joined by Raizes Collective, an organization based in Santa Rosa and whose mission is to mobilize and empower the community through arts, culture, and environmental education. I take the pleasure to introduce to you Renee Saucedo, who is with Raizes and representing the work for the Creative Corps. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization and the community you're working within?
Yes, of course. Raizes Collective was formed in 2015 in response to the lack of any organizations in the community working to empower the Latinx, immigrant, and indigenous communities in Sonoma County. We're all about empowerment, and we do that through the arts and culture. We also do leadership development, community education, and we also work on policy campaigns.
How is arts and culture being activated and engaged within raising awareness and education within the community?
So the arts and culture have historically been used by our organization as a way to heal, as a way to engage new people, and as a way to express our cultural pride and power as an inherent part of our policy campaign.
Can you give us one example of how arts is being used, or what are some of the activities that arts is being engaged to raise political awareness?
With youth, we use art in the classroom and after-school programs, during nature activities and events that we have. We combine cultural events as a way to remember our roots, to honor our ancestors, and to put ourselves on the path of community liberation, which art and culture always remind us of. The youth decide to paint murals, for example, at their school, showing cultural pride. The youth make signs and artistic examples of youth pride. When they have protests inside the schools, for example, demanding that the schools ensure safety inside Sonoma County schools. In the area of immigrant rights, it's been so important. We have been at the forefront as part of the Northern California Coalition for Just Immigration Reform, and our artists do a variety of things. We ask artists to do paintings of posters and signs for our visible community mobilizations.
What does success look like for you and your community?
I witness people becoming empowered and taking control of their lives and empowering the collective organization to have the ability to make more meaningful changes. And what I mean by that is that I see, for example, indigenous women who come from indigenous communities in Mexico and other parts of Latin America who arrive to Raizes Collective with much insecurity, facing challenges like domestic violence, fearful because of their immigration status. And then through the process of participating in our art and cultural activities, participating in our leadership trainings, and then moving on to participating in our civic campaigns, you see their growth, how they go from being timid to being spokespeople for their communities. When people who are impacted by trauma and racism and other challenges in our society, the only way that we are going to win social change, meaningful social change, is by following their leadership and their guidance as far as what the solutions should be.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I just want to thank you